It's happening again, and this time the entire courtroom was stunned. Just when Blake Lively was expected to face the music to finally answer the questions, everyone's been waiting months to ask, she delayed her deposition again, and not just any delay this time. It came after a last-minute emergency hearing that flipped the script and threw the case into total chaos. What is Blake trying to avoid? Why is her team so desperate to keep her off the stand? According to insiders, sealed evidence allegedly damning private messages was introduced into the case, setting off a firestorm behind the scenes. Within hours, her attorneys filed for an emergency session, claiming she couldn't safely testify. Under the current legal landscape, the judge allowed a delay but also issued a warning. This is the third delay, and the court is running out of patience. But out here in the real world, that patience ran out a long time ago. Fans are outraged. Legal experts are stunned. Even some of her Hollywood allies are now silent. Is this smart legal strategy or a calculated move to stall the truth? Every delay only raises more questions, and the biggest one of all, what is Blake Lively hiding? In this exclusive expose, we're breaking down every twist of the emergency, hearing the rumored contents of those sealed messages and the growing pressure from both the public and the court. If you thought this case couldn't get more explosive, think again. Because Blake Lively is running out of time, out of goodwill, and maybe, just maybe, out of options. The courtroom was supposed to provide clarity. Instead, it has become a stage for delay, tension, and public outrage. Just when many believed that Blake Lively would finally face questions under oath, she has once again pushed her deposition back. According to court documents and multiple insider accounts, Blake's legal team filed for an emergency hearing late last week in a surprising high-stakes maneuver that many observers believe was designed to delay her appearance, and for the third time the deposition has been rescheduled. This pattern is becoming too obvious to ignore. For months, the media has swirled with rumors about what Blake might say in sworn testimony, her legal conflict with Justin Baldoni fueled by allegations, counterclaims, and a storm of digital evidence has taken center stage in Hollywood. But despite repeated court orders and strict discovery timelines, Blake's side keeps requesting extensions, citing everything from scheduling conflicts to procedural technicalities. And this time they claimed that new evidence introduced by Baldoni's legal team had created prejudicial risk if she were to testify under current conditions. But what exactly is that risk? According to sources close to the proceedings, the emergency hearing centered around a new document, allegedly a batch of text messages involving Blake Lively, which have not yet been released to the public. These messages reportedly revealed behind-the-scenes communications regarding her knowledge of the false claims that originally triggered the lawsuit. The court has sealed those messages for now, but multiple reporters confirmed that their existence has changed the stakes entirely. Legal analyst Dana Foster said bluntly, if those messages say what people close to the case believe they say, Blake's credibility could suffer irreparable harm. Her team knows that. That's why they're delaying. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's team has accused Blake's attorneys of playing games with the court and the public. In a fiery post-hearing statement, Baldoni's lead counsel stated, "This is the third delay of a critical deposition. Our client has complied with every legal obligation. We expect the same from Ms. Lively. The truth should not be postponed." The internet exploded. Within hours, hashtag Blake Lively deposition and hashtag why is she hiding were trending. Influencers, legal experts, and even former co-stars began speculating about what Blake might be trying to avoid. Some believe the delay is a tactical move to negotiate a settlement behind the scenes. Others think the actress is genuinely overwhelmed by the intense public scrutiny and wants to proceed cautiously, but most see a more calculated motive: self-preservation. This controversy has spiraled far beyond the courtroom. With every delay, public trust erodes further. A once beloved star is now facing questions not just about legality but about character. And the emergency hearing, it only fanned the flames. The emergency hearing was supposed to be a closed-door formality. Instead, it turned into a spectacle, held just hours before Blake was scheduled to appear for her court-ordered deposition. The emergency hearing was requested by her lawyers with language that was both urgent and vague. They cited imminent reputational harm and significant procedural bias, but offered few specifics in their initial filing. The judge granted the hearing but issued a stern warning: delays must not become a pattern. That warning seems to have fallen on deaf ears. Inside the courtroom, things escalated quickly. According to courtroom reporters and several legal experts who analyzed the redacted motion, Blake's team argued that newly surfaced digital communications, believed to be encrypted messages from a private app, had been obtained unfairly and should be excluded from deposition-related questioning. The judge refused to suppress the evidence outright but did agree to a short delay to allow both parties to review the chain of custody and metadata That delay it bought Blake at least another 2 weeks. In Hollywood time, that's enough for a dozen PR spins and a few back-channel negotiations. But the reaction outside the courtroom has been even more intense. Social media has erupted with disbelief and anger. Hashtags like hashtag lively delay, hashtag let her testify, and hashtag no more excuses have gone viral. Legal commentators say the delay tactic may backfire publicly, even if it helps strategically in court. As one wrote, every delay makes her look guiltier in the court of public opinion. Justin Baldoni, for his part, has maintained a dignified silence. But his attorney issued a brief statement after the hearing stating this delay is not about justice. It's about control. And we believe that once Ms. Lively is finally deposed, the truth will speak for itself. That truth may be closer than we think. Rumors of the sealed messages have ignited a storm, according to sources who claim to have seen summaries of the encrypted chats. The text could reveal a coordinated effort to mislead not only the court but the public as well. The messages allegedly involve discussions between Blake and a small circle of confidants, including one figure with connections to a major entertainment outlet, about how to frame a particular incident involving Baldoni and paint it in the worst possible light. The messages reportedly include phrases like "we can spin this and no one will ever believe him if we drop this now." If these claims are true and if the texts are authenticated, they could be devastating. Even Blake's PR team appears rattled. In recent days, public statements from her representatives have shifted from confident denials to vague reassurances. Gone are the combative interviews and social media affirmations. In their place, a sudden silence. Meanwhile, several high-profile Hollywood insiders have distanced themselves from Blake. One talent agent, speaking on condition of anonymity, said there's a sense that something big is about to drop. People are nervous. Some of her old allies are keeping their distance. In the world of celebrity, that kind of retreat speaks volumes, and fans have noticed. Once devoted followers are posting long threads dissecting her past interviews and resurfacing old comments that now seem out of place or misleading. Popular TikTok creators are breaking down Blake's body language in recent appearances. The narrative is shifting and fast. Hollywood isn't known for its patience, and Blake Lively's repeated deposition delays have triggered more than just headlines. They've created real consequences. According to multiple insiders, projects that were once attached to Blake are now on hold. A major streaming platform is said to be reevaluating a deal with her production company, and at least one endorsement partner has quietly removed her image from a branded campaign. All of this comes in the wake of her mounting legal drama and increasingly negative public perception. A prominent publicist summed it up: "It's not about guilt or innocence right now, it's about optics. And the optics are terrible." Legal experts agree that Blake's continued delays may be strategic, but they also carry risk. Judges can and do penalize litigants who appear to be obstructing the discovery process. Sanctions, fines, or even a forced deposition are all possible outcomes if the delays persist. Justin Baldoni's team is reportedly preparing a motion to compel Blake's deposition if she does not appear by the newly extended deadline. And in private, some believe they may also be considering a separate filing, accusing Blake's legal team of abusing the process. Back in the public sphere, reactions remain intense. Talk show hosts are joking about the never-ending deposition. Editorials are questioning the ethics of legal maneuvering to avoid accountability. And in fan forums, some of Blake's longtime admirers are expressing deep disappointment. What's striking is how quiet some of her most vocal supporters have become. No tweets, no stories, no interviews. The silence is deafening. The big question now: will Blake Lively ever testify as the legal clock ticks down? The pressure on Blake Lively is reaching a boiling point. The court has now imposed a strict deadline for her to appear for deposition. No more extensions, no more excuses. According to the official filing, if Blake fails to sit for her deposition within the next 14 business days, the court may consider sanctions or other corrective measures to preserve the integrity of the process. Legal insiders interpret that as code for a possible default ruling on certain motions. If Blake refuses to comply, that could be catastrophic for her legal standing in the case. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's legal team is reportedly working overtime. Sources confirm they are preparing a motion to compel that includes evidence of all prior delays, contradictory media statements from Blake's reps, and an internal timeline of discovery violations. It's a powerful package, one that aims to show the court that Blake's pattern of obstruction is not incidental but systematic. And behind the scenes, there are rumors of a growing divide within Blake's inner circle. Some advisors are said to be urging her to settle quietly, quickly, and completely. Others insist she must testify, defend her truth, and face the questions head-on. But the fear is obvious. If those sealed text messages become public and if they say what insiders claim they do, then Blake's deposition could open a Pandora's box. Hollywood is watching, brands are monitoring, and the court is done waiting. If Blake does testify, the ripple effects could reshape this case and public perception. If she doesn't, the consequences could be even more damaging. Either way, the next few weeks are critical. For someone once seen as untouchable in the public eye, Blake Lively now stands at a crossroads with the law, the media, and the world watching. This legal battle has gone far beyond the courtroom. It's a cultural flashpoint, a moment where celebrity power and accountability are colliding in real time. Blake Lively's repeated deposition delays may have bought her time, but they've cost her something far greater: public trust. In the court of law, deadlines exist for a reason. Discovery evidence depositions, these aren't optional steps, they are essential components of justice. And Blake, despite all her fame and resources, is expected to follow the same rules as everyone else. But in the court of public opinion, time behaves differently. Every missed deadline is amplified. Every excuse is scrutinized, and every silence becomes a statement. Justin Baldoni has remained largely composed throughout this process, allowing his legal team to do the talking. But that quiet strength has resonated with many who see his patience as professionalism and Blake's delays as avoidance. Now, with the judge setting hard limits and the public growing louder by the day, the pressure on Blake is immense. If she hopes to reclaim control of the narrative, she'll need more than clever legal motions or behind-the-scenes negotiations. She'll need the truth. Whether that truth helps her or hurts her remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the world is watching, and it won't wait forever.